plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Parker kicks to Green. Duncan with the screen for Green. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Green's got 6 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for David Lee. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Rush in for Thompson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Now Mills after the missed three from Stephen Curry.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Rush gets the bucket.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
The Spurs have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. To the wing right side. Duncan with a screen on Curry. Duncan with a screen for Ginobili. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Steph Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Again, Curry missing. San Antonio trailing here. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Count that one.
And that's 6 straight points now, guys, coming on the inside.
Yeah, taking it right at him. This is a great effort we're seeing.
In low to space. Ginobili with the steal. Here's Bellinelli. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Spates kicks to Barnes. 3 seconds left. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
San Antonio leading. Well, everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve, you saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many had hoped, which would have been in the top 4 of the conference, but they were powerful at times and tough to stop. And in the West, you know, they still finished 6th. It just shows you the depth of the conference.
Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. Livingston is out there with Rush, and it's Spates in at the center. That's the Warriors 5.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Lee's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Klay Thompson in for Brandon Rush.
You know, and to be fair to the Warriors, 6th in the West is still a pretty significant accomplishment when you consider how many really good teams are out there in the Western Conference. A 50-win season is great, but when it only gets you the 6th seed, that's the problem. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim. This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
That's good.
And for the Warriors, yes, they finished 6th in the West last year, but they can compete with anyone in the conference with their shooting. In fact, they hit about 40% of their threes against Western Conference teams last year.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, Draymond Green, a second-round pick in 2012, but his tough defense and high basketball IQ have earned him minutes. He said, quote, "I never cared about stats, and I still don't. My goal is to have an impact on the game. Sometimes you have the biggest impact with plays that don't show up in the stats. Those are the plays I live for." Great attitude, Kevin.
A real game. Doris, he loves the game. Thanks. Now Ginobili. After the missed three from Iguodala. Ginobili outside. Nobody near Leonard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To halt the run, Livingston no luck. San Antonio leading by 9. Parker outside. Ginobili against Thompson. No good on the three.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And San Antonio with the change here too. Green's checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Parker dishes to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
And that one's good. Parker.
Well, head coach Greg Popovich. A big believer in what he calls corporate knowledge, the idea that continuity breeds success through players truly understanding the system at a deep level.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as much as Popovich, Clark values that continuity, the team's principles really never stand still. He adapts to his personnel and adjusts his strategies.
And that's a credit to any really good leader. And I've heard it said that leadership is everything when you're talking organizations, team sports. And that's a great point. I mean, the Spurs have won going big. They've won going small. They've won as a defensive-focused team. They've won as an offensive-focused team. I mean, they haven't changed their core principles, but to Popovich's credit, he has adjusted styles based on his personnel and where they are in their career cycle.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Leonard with no one around. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Green passes to Parker. Back to Green. Leonard on the wing. Second chance shot. Diaw can't hit.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Thompson from long range. That's good. Thompson's got 7 points.
And I think they're spending a little too much time behind the three-point line in this quarter. They've got to work the ball into the paint.
I agree with you. I mean, it's easy to settle for that three-point shot. I mean, they're making it harder than they need to. Get it in close. Get to the line. That's how you get back into a game.
Here's Curry after the basket by San Antonio. Pass to Thompson. The three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for him. Well, you look at the numbers for the Warriors last season. Their offense revolved around Steph Curry, and no surprise.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. The numbers were staggering. And with Curry on the floor, they were right at the top of the league in offensive efficiency. And when he sat down, they were the worst. A lot was on his shoulders, and he carried that burden well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Lee. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Rush in for Klay Thompson. San Antonio also making some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And Curry not just a factor offensively with his scoring, of course, but driving, making plays for others. And I think the departure of Jarrett Jack really allowed Curry to take on a larger playmaking role, and he showed he was ready for that.
Barnes kicks to Bogut, pass to Spates. Outside for Curry, lets it go from deep. Lets it go with a three. Feeds to Rush. The dish to Barnes. Out to the wing. Over Bellinelli. Bogut the pass to Spates. It's Rush outside. A rebound by the Spurs. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Outside Curry. That three off the mark. And that concludes the first half. It's the Spurs. They're up by 10.
Yes, Kevin, here with...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Take a look at what Curry's done. 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Curry can't get it to go.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Warriors trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Stephen Curry. The Spurs shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Parker against Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Parker for the three. Warriors with the rebound. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The three from Barnes. And another three for Golden State.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room when it came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, things they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds? It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Livingston. And another three for Golden State.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost zero salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Remains Golden State ball. 11 seconds for the shot.
Warriors trail by 7. From beyond the arc, Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard attacking. He feeds it to Parker. But they get it back. Thompson against Green. Splitter kicks to Green. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Green.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Sean Livingston last season played really well for the Nets. He backed up Darren Williams, who was dealing with injuries, and also started for much of the year, helping keep the team afloat.
That's a 2 from Lee. The rebound by the Spurs. Diaz got 6 rebounds here tonight. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Spurs leading by 9. Ginobili with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Parker passes to Duncan. Nobody near Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. That's now 8 points for Leonard.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Golden State's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
You could see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that 3, but just didn't get it to go.
Left block shot on the way. Goes back up. And Duncan lays it in. Duncan's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
Here is Livingston, covered by Parker. Bogut with a screen on Parker. Spates sets a screen, and Parker comes with the help. Bogut dishes to Livingston. 5 to shoot.
Maurice Spates, a big man with a nice shooting touch. Last season, an uptick in three-point attempts for him, and that might be a good move, developing his shot outside the arc. The 3 and the way the game is played now is much more valuable than the long two-point shot.
And Mo Spates, a backup big for Florida during their second NCAA title in 07.
And he declared for the draft in 2008. He's taken 16th overall. He's been a solid rotation player throughout his career. He could probably improve a little bit defensively, but offensively, he's got the ability to score out there, both inside and out.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
His first shot coming late. Bogut gets the bucket. 34 seconds left in the third. Mills with it. The tray. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
The screen from Thompson. Lee gets the bucket.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
The 3 from Mills, and that one's good. Mills has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Spurs. 8 seconds left to play here in the third. Thompson inside the line. Again, Golden State. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's San Antonio. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie, and the truck for showing it. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5. Filling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Warriors trail by 14. On up the court. Here's Iguodala. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Outside, Bellinelli. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here is Curry, in low to Lee. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 6 points for David Lee.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
And here's Mills for 3, and he gets the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 13.
Man, that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. And he uses the glass on the layup. Iguodala's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
San Antonio calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And the Spurs with some changes. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Ginobili. And it's Green in for Bellinelli. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Warriors trail by 9. The pass to Barnes. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. He didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And I remember that run for Barnes. He would play as a stretch 4 and looked unguardable at times in their series against the Nuggets and then the Spurs. Definitely was hoping for more of that this past season.
Lee sets a screen for Curry. Kicks to Lee. The feed to Barnes. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Lee has been putting up the numbers. He has 8 points and a block.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
At the line for two.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Green. You know, for Barnes, it was an awkward place for him to be in. They brought in Iguodala, and he was moved to the bench. A lot of people thought that that'd be a boon for him, because he would be more focused on the offensive side of things with that second unit in particular and could really thrive.
Yeah, and the change in role and adjusting to being the first option with the second unit, I think was overwhelming for him. And, you know, I think you have to remember Barnes is still a very young player, a lot of room for growth, very talented, very skilled, and he's going to get a lot better.
Curry passes to Lee. Fader on the way, and he hits the bucket. Lee's got 12 points in just the second half.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Shots good by Mills.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Curry's shot is good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
San Antonio leading by 13. Mills dishes to Green. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. Here's Diaw. David Lee comes up with the rebound.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for them. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Leonard kicks to Mills for the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lee's got 8 rebounds in this game. Iguodala the pass to Curry. Fires from deep. Mills can't hit.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
It's Curry with the drive. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
Klay Thompson is checked in for the Warriors. San Antonio also making some changes. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw, and Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Thompson with it. Now Green defending. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You know, guys, the teamwork and rhythm we saw from them earlier just isn't there right now. They've lost it, and the turnovers are starting to pile up.
Nobody near Leonard. No good on the triple. Warriors trail by 9. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Misses from close range.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
And he gets it to go.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done. Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
That's his second personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Lee. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Daniel Green. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Livingston dishes to Rush. Mills with the rebound.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Here's Duncan. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rush's shot is off. Here's Duncan. Right wing pulls up. And the wing jumper offline. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great